Alright, let's answer questions. Carla Michelle, on what format can I import marvelous designer outfits into ZBrush on Facebook? OBJ, that's it. That's actually the end of the tutorial. OBJ. Just kidding with you. We'll make a video for it. Roll. Alright, let's just show everything. Everything. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're gonna get this subtool, which is her body. Yep. And with her body, we're gonna clone it. There we go. Now we have this cloned, and I'm gonna export it as an OBJ. And I'll go to and I will go to Marvelous Designer, and I'll see you there. Alright, we're in Marvelous, and I'm gonna import OBJ, and I have this empty body, and I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I work in the character is 175, I think, centimeters. Real size. So we're gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna go open, load as avatar, and we're gonna load it up. And now we are in Marvelous, and right now I'm just gonna create something very quick for her. And when I come back, we'll just export it to ZBrush. Right? So time lapse, go. We're going to export them now. Alright guys, now we are going to export those. For the sake of time, I'm going to export them at this particle distance. Before you go, I'm going to export them at, let's go for 10 particle distance, which is still pretty low. Now this is awful, but it should work. If you want to be kind of precise, what you want to do is you should drop this to about 3 or 4 or anywhere between 1 and 4, and then export it. But it gets really slow, at least on my computer it does. So I'm just for this tutorial I'm gonna export it like this and hope everything is fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to select these. We're going to go to File, Export, and either OBJ or OBJ selected. I'm going to export OBJ selected. And we're going to call it tank top. And now here are the options. We're going to export all the patterns. We are not going to export the avatar because we have her in ZBrush. And now if you export as a single object, it will export it as a single, otherwise it will be multiple objects. I'm going to export it as a single, and I'm always checking unweld, and I'll show you in just a second. Basically this leaves them separate geometries every every pattern is a separate geometry. If you weld them, it will be one geometry. And I leave it to thin just so I don't get thickness to it. Centimeters is fine since as we talked about, my my motto is in centimeters, and I'm gonna go okay, and I'll have it. So now I am going to go back to ZBrush. There we go. And once in ZBrush, all we gotta do is import. I'm gonna import a tank top. Oh, sorry. Let's insert any piece of geometry, like a cone or whatever, and let's import it in its place. So tank top. There we go, and now we have a tank top. Now, what I was telling you about the particle distance, it is pretty low geometry, pretty low density, and pretty low res. But anyway, this should work just so you get the idea of the workflow, and from then on, I strongly advise you import it with a bigger particle distance. From here on, what I wanted to say is, as you can see, if we go to groups, so polygroups, and if we go to auto groups, we have different groups, which is always cool, and I always use it just because on this model here, I created those tubings that way. I created them by framing the mesh. So if I come here and I frame the mesh, I can go to curve tube and I can put something like this here, which is awesome. So let's delete the stroke. Curve function is delete. And I'll have it. As you can see, it's only one-sided, so I have to click double to see it. And from here on, it's just cleanup. It's just you know, the things you wanna do. You can either weld them from here. If you want it welded, you can go to geometry, modify topology, weld points. And now, if you go to auto groups, it will be one group. Alternatively, you can duplicate it. You can leave off. It's important when you zero mesh something from Marvelous, it's very important to leave symmetry off. So we can go the same and adaptive size of 0, and we can zero mesh it. It will take a second to zero mesh it, and when you're done, you will have your tank top like this, zero meshed, and you can now go to leave only the two of them. There we go, and you can go and project it, and then subdivided, projected again, subdivided, projected again, and now you're inheriting the details. Of course, if you are doing something with much more details, this will make sense. In this tutorial, in this case, it doesn't. But anyway, this is how you import. This is how you import Marvelous Designer patterns and outfits into ZBrush. I hope I helped you. If I did, please like the video, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for when the new stuff comes online. See you soon.